If you're hunting for the FiiO FD3 Pro, believing it's the ultimate audio upgrade, hold on. Because there's a lot more beneath the sleek 2.5D glass faceplate and diamond diaphragm hype than you think. But here's what surprised me. Despite all those flagship-level specs, there are serious caveats you must consider before dropping $160. Today, I'm diving deep into the FD3 Pro's promises, problems, and whether it truly deserves a place in your audio arsenal. Spoiler, it might not be what you expect. Alright, first off, who is the FD3 Pro even for? Well, it's aimed at audiophiles who crave crystal-clear sound with ultra-sensitive drivers but don't want to break the bank on the FD5 flagship. It's for those who want a semi-open design that's easier on the ears during long listening sessions. Featuring FiiO's new diamond-like carbon diaphragm technology and that unique acoustic prism system. On paper, this sounds like an audiophile's dream bundle, but does the reality back that up? Let's start with the hype. The FD3 Pro boasts an exclusive DLC diamond diaphragm. This material is supposed to be rigid yet light, minimizing distortion and delivering sharp transient response. It's a bit like the superhero of dynamic drivers. Then there's the acoustic prism, a fiddly-sounding tech that's meant to eliminate high-frequency standing waves and fixed-time delay issues in the ear canal. These fancy terms sound impressive, but how audible are the differences? If you're picturing a sound so immersive that your cat walks away jealous, let me temper those expectations. Before we go any further, here's a quick sneak peek. While these headphones deliver a fairly detailed soundstage, their semi-open nature means some sound leakage, which might not be your cup of tea if you're in quiet spaces or public transport. Think of it as listening to your tunes with the window slightly cracked open. You get a natural vibe, but street noise creeps in. Also, the aluminum-magnesium alloy body is very light, which is a win. No headphone helmet headaches here, but it doesn't feel as robust as pricier models, so handle with care. Getting into the sound quality specifics, which probably brought you here in the first place. The FD3 Pro offers impressive mids and highs with a nice balance. Vocals come through clearly, and instruments feel layered rather than muddled. However, bass lovers beware. These aren't going to shake your eardrums like a subwoofer blast at a rock concert. The bass response is controlled and somewhat reserved, which suits genres like jazz or classical better than bass-heavy EDM or hip-hop. So if you're expecting thunderous lows, you might be underwhelmed. Now let's talk comfort and design. The semi-open design is a double-edged sword. It reduces ear fatigue, which is great if you're planning marathon listening sessions, but as I hinted, it also leaks sound. Plus, you have to be in a quieter environment for the best experience. Noisy places will distract you. The aesthetics deserve a shout-out, courtesy of the 2.5D film coating glass faceplate and that painstaking CNC alloy craftsmanship. These look way more expensive than they are. Carrying these around might just turn heads. The cable situation is pretty neat too. You get a high-purity monocrystalline silver-plated copper cable with 152 braided wires, supporting 2.5, 3.5, and 4.4 plugs. This is a thoughtful setup giving you flexibility depending on your source device. Left and right are color-coded, so no more accidentally swapping channels like a confused DJ. And yes, this is a premium cable, which means less chance of tangling or breakage, a welcome plus in my book. Alright, here comes the twist. Despite all these perks, the FD3 Pro doesn't escape some pretty noticeable cons. First, the soundstage, while decent, is not as expansive as competitors in the same price range. If you love that wide, immersive feel where sound feels like it pours all around you, the FD3 Pro falls a bit short. Also, a couple of users have reported slight discomfort after extended use due to the ear-dip design. And while the semi-open architecture reduces pressure, it doesn't fully eliminate the in-ear fatigue that some experience. Now a quick joke to lighten things up. Why did the audiophile bring two pairs of headphones? Because the first pair didn't have the watts to impress. Okay, back to business. Switching gears to build quality. You might be tempted to think the aluminum-magnesium alloy means tank-like durability, but it's more like the delicately armored knight, strong yet prone to scratches and dings if you're rough with it. There's a real need to carry these in a good case or bag. The minimalist design also means fewer bells and whistles, no active noise canceling or special app support, so if you want smart features, look elsewhere. Just when you thought the FD3 Pro was all about the pros, remember that you're still dealing with an in-ear monitor, so fit and seal are king. The package includes various ear tips, but nailing the perfect fit requires some effort and patience. If you don't find the right ear tip, sound quality sinks and comfort fades quickly. Audiophiles who value that perfect seal will appreciate this caveat. Another promise from the product page is less eardrum pressure thanks to patented balanced air pressure technology. Does it work? To an extent, yes. After hours of listening, I noticed less ear fatigue than my usual earbuds. So for long sessions, you won't want to remove these immediately out of discomfort, which is a genuine plus. Speaking of listening for hours, the FD3 Pro's passive isolation is moderate, not stellar. Sounds like a mate whispering secrets next to you will bleed through. Great if you want to stay somewhat aware, bad if you crave full escape. In bustling environments, this leaks sound and lets in external noise, so these aren't the ideal subway or airplane companions. Now for a geeky fact you might enjoy. The LITS Type 2 cable design helps reduce skin effect and microphonic noise, meaning less cable rubbing sounds transmitted to your ear. It's a small but nice touch that shows how much FiiO thought through this build. But unfortunately, that doesn't mean they thought about including a warranty beyond the standard 1 year, so be careful. Here's a question for you. Do you value precision over punch in your music? If yes, the FD3 Pro's clarity might appeal, especially in vocals and mid-range heavy tracks. But if you want bass that hits you like a ton of bricks, prepare for disappointment. The FD3 Pro's sound signature is more of a smooth jazz lounge than a nightclub. Another joke for you. What's an audiophile's favorite exercise? Running through their playlist. Thinking about running through them all with the FD3 Pro. You could, but they're better suited for focused listening than bopping around. Wrapping up the sound section, consider the FD3 Pro a balanced, detailed in-ear option that excels with acoustic, pop, and vocals, but might leave bass heads longing for more. If you mostly listen at home or in quiet workspaces, you'll likely enjoy these more than if you're navigating noisy streets or gyms. So where does that leave us? If you're on the fence about the FD3 Pro at $159.90, here's the take. For the price, you get flagship-inspired tech, stylish design, and a flexible cable that's rare for this range. But some compromises in soundstage width, bass depth, and isolation mean you're paying for refinement rather than raw power. Do you want subtle finesse or thunderous impact? Your answer shapes whether these are for you. Before you rush to click buy, remember that prices change fast on Amazon. I'll link the best current deals below. Keep in mind the FD3 Pro shines brightest for listeners who prioritize natural tone, low distortion, and prolonged comfort, not for bass junkies or those needing full noise isolation. If that sounds like you, this could be a smart buy. Final thoughts. The FiiO FD3 Pro is a mixed bag with more upside than downside, but it's not flawless. If you're an audiophile who appreciates engineering finesse wrapped in stylish design, here's your pick. But if you expect a seismic bass drop or noise-canceling wizardry, look elsewhere. At this price point, the FD3 Pro is a classy contender that's worth serious consideration, but shop smart. One last thing before you go. Are you ready to unlock that balanced, detailed sound that makes every note clearer than your last relationship? Hit the link in the description for the latest price on Amazon. Remember, prices can jump or drop overnight. Don't miss out on a deal. Happy listening, and may your music be ever crisp.